Game chat on the night, Friday night light. Line from the board, Isaac taking flight. Question of the day, what's it gonna be? Guests on the show, come and take a seat. Game chat crew, feel the rhythm flow. Talking board games, all systems go. Pick 5 games, what's your top choice? Hear the people shout, raise up your voice. Interview time, guest in the chair. Sharing stories, feels like we're there. Game chat crew, feel the rhythm flow. Talking board games, all systems go. Game chat crew, feel the rhythm flow. Talking board games, all systems go. Interview time, guest in the chair. Sharing stories, feels like we're there. Game chat crew, feel the rhythm flow. Talking board games, all systems go. Game chat crew, feel the rhythm flow. Talking board games, all systems go. Game chat crew, feel the rhythm flow. Talking board games, all systems go. Pick 5 games, what's your top choice? Hear the people shout, raise up your voice. Interview time, guest in the chair. Sharing stories, feels like we're there. Game chat crew, feel the rhythm flow. Talking board games, all systems go. Game chat crew, feel the rhythm flow. Talking board games, all systems go. Game chat crew, feel the rhythm flow.
What is up, Isaac? I can't see you. Where'd you go? Oh no, Isaac's disappeared. This happens from time to time. I'm just going to introduce our guest since Isaac's not. He's having technical difficulties. We have our guest, AJ. What is up, AJ? How are you?
I am doing well. How are you?
Isaac disappeared on me. I don't know what happened.
Where'd he go?
I don't know. He was just here like 2 minutes ago. Yeah. So I think he keeps like unplugging his camera by accident. So yeah.
Come on. Rookie mistakes.
These old boomers with their I'm just waiting for him to get back online and yell at me. Oh, Isaac's joining. Isaac?
Yes.
Oh, disembodied voice. I like it.
That's all you're getting is the voice tonight.
Oh, hey, that works. It's like a podcast. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. Waiting on Isaac always said no one ever. Usually it's waiting on Hank to take his turn.
Oh, no. That's not good. So,
yeah, well, start us off. I have no idea what's going on with my camera.
yeah, no problem. I've been in this position before. So, remember when my power went out and when my there you go. Yeah.
He lives.
Now, if I don't touch anything, it should be fine.
Yeah, just don't touch your computer.
Don't do anything.
Yeah. So anyway, what's up, AJ? You are actually, Isaac better than you know me, but I've known you for a couple of years, gone to some conventions with you. And so, but you're on the show because you're the only one of the three of us who went to Gen Con this year.
Yeah, I did go to Gen Con.
So you're going to be like our Game Chat Presents official reporter.
Yeah, our guide, our Sherpa.
Our Sherpa. Our Gen Con Sherpa. So
yeah, I like
cool.
that.
All right, so we got a question to start off because we're in the middle of summer. It is hot. Actually, no, we're having false fall right now. It's hot, high 70s, and it's high 70s, but then tomorrow it's going to be like 95. So
yeah, there's summer.
It's weird. It's weird, man. Anyway, so what's been your favorite summer activity so far this year? What's something that you did this summer that you're like, it was fun?
Yeah, so I love baseball, and so I coach baseball. My son plays baseball, but my family's a huge fan of the Savannah Bananas.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So my son Spencer actually played in the Savannah Bananas youth tournament in Savannah.
That's
So
so cool.
we went out there for I think 6 days and just played banana ball. Got to meet all the banana ball players and got to go to see a game at their home stadium, and it was just a lot of fun. And
That's cool.
so that was probably the coolest, the most fun we've had so far this summer.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's been a busy summer though. Summer's always jam packed with
yeah.
gatherings and conventions and all the things. But that was really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, I saw the pictures. Like Savannah Bananas, their story behind that is just wild. Like it's such a cool story. So
Yeah, it is.
So I think my favorite has been just little mini trips. We've been taking this summer. We've taken a couple little mini trips going here and there for a couple 3-4 days. It's weird as your kids get older. So Isaac and I know this. Our kids are a little older than yours, AJ, and as your kids get older, they have jobs, they have commitments, they have college stuff, which doesn't just stop for the summer. And so you almost look for those pockets. It's like, oh, hold it, everybody's off for 4 days. We have to do something, And so that's been what we've been doing, and of course conventions. Like I love summer conventions. So
I do too, yeah. And I did 3 Gen Cons in a row. This is the first one I haven't done in the last, after hitting them 3 in a row. We'll talk a little bit about what all that means, but I do enjoy summer conventions. I do enjoy getting to see you guys at Origins, and Origins is by far my favorite convention I get to do every year. But this year so far, my favorite summer thing, it was right at the very beginning of the summer, we took a trip to Greece, and that was absolutely amazing. And that was a cool family trip. Again, kind of taking the chances when you have them to do something with everybody. And my blast start to the summer for us. So it's been a good time.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So AJ is going to tell us a little about Gen Con. We figured, we're going to pick your brain on all the things that you did. So what do you think you've been to? How many times have you been to Gen Con in the past?
I've been going since 2018. I think last year was the first year I did have to skip though. So I did not go last year, but I've been going in general since 2018.
Okay, cool. So what did you think of this year's show just overall? Like, how did it feel?
Yeah, so having been to some pre-pandemic and then coming out of the pandemic, like there was like the big wow factor of the first year or two I went, and then there just was no Gen Con.
Yeah,
And then that slow build up the last few years, like I feel like, no, I didn't go last year, but like 2 years ago, I felt like this year just felt more full. I don't know, like the crowd felt tighter. The vendors it felt like there was more. I mean, I don't know. It just felt like it was slightly more jam packed than other ones I'd been to. But yeah, there was people everywhere. I mean, we'd go out to dinner, 30-minute walk away, and there's still just people everywhere. So
yeah. It's like flooding the city.
Yeah.
In comparison to the last few years, would you say it felt, as far as crowd was, very similar?
Yeah, I would say about a similar rate as like 2 years ago when I was there. It just maybe a smidge more in the sense of how many people I felt were there.
Okay.
2 years ago though was crazy though, because that was the Lorcana release, and I just remember doing that morning. So like that felt overwhelming, but like there wasn't any big event like that first day, but there was still your typical here comes everybody, and that rush for
So like big release, you mentioned that Lorcana had the big one, and I remember that year the lines were like the night before in the convention hall, which was wild. Nothing big like that this year, but what were you seeing big crowds for? Like, what were people getting geeked out about?
Yeah, so tag team was one of them that lots and lots of people were always just in line for. The line was always manageable, but it was always filled.
There.
Like there was never a gap. Ace of Spades from DeVere,
Oh yeah.
they had limited copies every day, so that was one that people kind of did rush in and go for. I did not get a copy of that though. Let's see what else. I know people were interested in the Battle of Hoth game, but you could pre-order that ahead of time,
Yeah,
so that made that a little bit more convenient, where you could kind of skip the line.
And that was a game that actually Isaac and I got to check out. Isaac, myself, Aaron, we got to play that at Origins at a meeting, and it was great. It was very surprising because I thought it would be deeper and more difficult to jump into, but it was such a casual, fun battle game. And I'm like, man, this is one of those games you're going to see on the store shelf at Target, and people are just going to be scoffing them up during Christmas. Like, I know that's going to be a Christmas gift I give, you know.
Sure.
So,
It
I
feels
did,
kind of like entry level miniatures almost, right? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Yep. When I was lucky enough Derek was there with Lizzie, and they were both able to buy a copy, so I got a copy.
Oh, nice.
Coming for that I'm very excited about. And
That's awesome.
yeah, but again, normally not my kind of game. Cooperative games I'm not like super interested in. But yeah, it was great. Absolutely loved it. What other there was some new TCGs too, right? I know there's at least one. How crazy were those areas?
Yeah, I mean, so I know like Flesh and Blood actually had a pretty big presence. They did some stuff. Lorcana still had a lot of people, you know. Their Saturday special was the big one. That one did sell out pretty early in the day.
The Trove.
The first chapter Trove or whatever it was.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
They had a new promo every day though. So that was also kind of one of the draws was you go back and you buy the special they had every day, you got a different promo.
Smart.
There was that one, I can't like Cookie something.
Oh yeah.
I've been seeing posts about it since I got back. I didn't recognize presence while I was there, but I've been seeing some posts about this Cookie TCG thing or something.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Matt was really excited about it, right?
Yeah.
Isn't he the one that picked up most of it from our group?
Yeah, I think. And then, Matt's the TCG guy in our group.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Way more than any of the rest of us are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then there was a League of Legends one, right? And I know that one was super hot also. Being the IP that it is, people get super excited for League of Legends.
Yep. And I think there's a new, is it Universes? Has the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I did see a bunch of Universe stuff.
I did see that. Okay.
So they've got that IP now and coming out, and so that'll be interesting to see how well that does.
That's cool.
Nice.
Rick said one of the greatest things you can see is Ryan Gutowski running to try to get a game early at a con when the doors first opened. It's only happened one time. How'd
that go?
It was fun. I went one direction, Aaron went to the other direction. We both got the games that we wanted. So
you got there.
Actually, I think I was running because I was trying to get a game for Bob. So this was before Bob started going to conventions with us.
So this would have been an Origins event.
Yeah, Origins 2018 maybe.
I wonder if it was one of the
it was the
Century games.
Century games, yep.
Yeah,
it was the second
that makes
series.
sense.
Was it this? End of the Trail?
End of the Trail. No.
that released in 2018. So
I do remember that. So there's something about I've never played that game, but that artwork, it just like it's
Speaks
a repellent.
Oh,
it's a repellent.
No, exact opposite. Okay.
Yeah. When I saw that artwork, I was like, cool, that's a game I'll never try. You know? So I don't know.
Interest.
There's sometimes artwork can destroy a game for me. So
I hear you.
Yeah, I think that's fair. So obviously you talked kind of about what you saw was high, you talked about the crowds. Where would you, because you've hit a lot of the conventions, right? So if somebody's like, should I do Gen Con? Should I experience it? Like, where does Gen Con fit as far as like for a first timer? How do you think it would go?
Sure. I think I'm kind of in the boat, like you said, where Origins is my favorite because it's still a big convention without feeling overwhelming.
Right.
So like Gen Con can sometimes feel overwhelming just because of how many people are there, how many vendors are even there sometimes, right?
Yep.
So like Origins has a little bit, I think, of just a more relaxing feel. Not as hard to get around, not as hard to find who you're trying to find, not
Yeah.
as the town's still really nice, right? Columbus is great.
Yeah. It's
Um,
great food, great atmosphere.
Yep. I would say PAX Unplugged is getting up there with Origins, though, in the terms of like
Yep.
they're getting more and more similar in their size and
Yeah.
their things like that. But I mean, I think Gen Con's worth experiencing at least once just to see how massive and crazy it is, even
Yeah.
compared to our other two big conventions here. So yeah, I would take the chance and at least try to go once.
It's fair.
Yeah, I think I'll go one day, but I highly doubt it would be. I would probably go work for somebody because I know Aaron. I think that would overwhelm Aaron. The size of Gen Con, the
Yeah.
crowdedness of Gen Con. And I honestly don't have any desire to fight the crowds. Like I'm a big guy, and I do not want to deal with that. And so
I hear you.
It's an adventure for sure, but even like when you're working, like we have that hour break, and I remember thinking like I can't make it from one end of the convention hall back to the booth in the hour break I have.
Yeah.
gotcha.
Chaotic it is there.
Yeah, and that's important. Like, so I worked this Gen Con and I had a 3-hour break right in the middle every day. That was perfect
It's a
because
good amount of time.
I could go check a little bit of the floor.
Yeah.
I could go grab lunch and I could go sit somewhere quietly for a couple minutes before I had to get back and still make it in time, right?
Yeah.
Whereas if you only had an hour, man, you gotta like sprint to go get something to eat, hit the restroom, and you're back.
Yeah. I don't think I'll ever do the work the entire con thing again like we did. 3-hour break feels like perfect for that. Yeah, you mentioned it in comparison. I think PAX Unplugged has blown Origins out of the water. Like, is absolutely bigger. I think it's creeping onto Gen Con, and I'm very curious.
Yeah, numbers wise, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
what those numbers will look like. The difference is Gen Con and Origins do different, like they do turnstile versus like total ticket sales, so you kind of have to divide it out, right? But I mean, they said they were at capacity again, so there were a lot of complaints. I don't know if you follow me in the Facebook groups about like the vibe feeling different, about sales being like things being too expensive, especially small publishers. And Chad over at 25th Century had a really good take with that. He's like, hey, there's tariffs coming. People are financially kind of looking at that for especially smaller publishers. But like, I think you can feel the vibe of a con as a con goer. You can kind of feel like people are excited to be here or they're anxious. Like what did you feel with that? Like when you were there?
Yeah, I mean, I do think, especially in this last 6+ months or so with all these kind of tariff issues and things like that, like the sales felt a little lighter this time around. It just, from what I saw on my side of the booth to even what I saw just out there, like, and another thing is they banned the carts. So this was the
I
first
did see
year
that.
where people couldn't just be lugging carts around. So that might have been part of it too, where you just didn't feel like people had as much even on them as they were walking through the convention.
That's a good point. Yeah.
You know, there's not all these people pulling carts and things like that. So,
but you still look at some of these hauls that people are putting on Facebook and Instagram. It's like the hauls that people are coming away with. I mean, I'm looking at them. I'm like, man, that's a house payment, dude. You know, I don't know how that works. So,
I mean, I think you're always going to have
those
people that just go all out, so to speak. But yeah, I mean, I see those haul pictures too sometimes, and I'm just like, I thought I got a lot, and what did you get?
Cookie Run was the name of the trading card game.
Okay.
Cookie Run. Yeah, it had literally like cookie characters. I guess it was cute. It was I mean, again, TCGs, they're hot splashes. Like I try to
Yeah.
play tabletop at most for those.
Yeah.
All right, so we didn't get to go. We Gen Canted instead of
Mhm.
Gen Con.
Mhm.
But kind of around the table, like what were you most excited about with news out of Gen Con? Whether it was like a new release or an announcement, or hey, this company is going to be doing this. Like, was there anything
Mhm.
that you were like, oh, I was really excited to read or hear about this?
Well, for me, I worked the Elf Creek booth, and Elf Creek has been in some financial troubles and things like that. And the first day of Gen Con, it was publicly announced that Genius Games is taking control of Elf Creek Games. So that's exciting for me on multiple levels because it's a brand that I've been working with for 7 years, and I know the people behind it, and the fact that it gets to stay alive in some capacity, it means a lot to me, right? Like
Yeah, for
just
sure.
just from that standpoint of like I've play tested these games while they're in development and have helped at conventions and have helped them sell games,
Yeah.
things like that. So
Right,
just to see that it's just not gonna end,
right.
and
It's
that
nice to see the continuation.
yep. So that meant a lot to me in terms of what like news came out.
That's awesome. Ryan, how about
Um,
yourself?
yeah, I would say Restoration Games had some big announcements, and I knew that they had some stuff up their sleeve going into Gen Con. We had talked with them at Origins, and so they announced a new Stars and Stripes, I think is the name of it, a new unmatched set that's coming out. It's got John Henry, and it's got Rosie the Riveter, that was a known fighter that was coming out, and two others. But one of the things that I was excited about was actually more Thunder Road. I'm a big fan of Thunder Road. I was not a huge fan of Carnival of Chaos, which was their kind of like arena battle style add-on expansion. But more Thunder Road coming is great. I really dig that, and so I'm looking forward to more Thunder Road. It's called, I think, Interstate something, and it's
Okay.
by a different set of designers, and so they're going to be taking their take on it. And then Tessin, this is from Office Dog, and it's part of the Legend of Five Rings series. River of Gold was tremendous. It's a game that
Love that game.
I'm constantly
Amazing.
impressed by.
Yep,
It is
absolutely.
it like go back in time, that would have been in my top 10 for sure last year. And so I'm really excited about what a new release, another release in this series, Tessin. It's going to be fall of 2026. So that was announced at
Okay.
Gen Con also. So
Nice. I think we both had that as River Gold would have been in our top 10 had we played it. We actually played it the other night. Love it. Super good.
Loki is actually Rick asked Loki. No, Loki is actually part of the one that just came out. So this is Battle Legends Volume 3.
It's awesome. Yeah, I had as I looked through kind of what was coming out news-wise beforehand, especially for me, it was a couple of small expansions for card games I love. So being able to see the Sea Salt and Paper was going to have a new expansion and had some fun stuff with that. I can't wait to get that. And the Skull King expansion.
Skull King
looks
expansion,
great.
yeah.
We played Skull King a couple nights ago. We haven't played in a while just because we were excited talking about all the new cards, and you just forget, like, man, there's a reason that I love this game, right?
Oh, yeah.
And we just had a blast playing it. So I think small expansions for games I already like kind of lets them, like, it's like they move up in front of the queue again almost, right? Where it's like, oh yeah, I really want to play this game again because we got this cool stuff to go with it. So that was the things I was most excited to see for sure. What is he saying? Loki? Oh, he's just Rick was.
Oh yeah, Rick was asking if Loki's in the Battle Legends Volume 3.
Is Rick watching on both YouTube and Facebook?
He is really just knocking out that algorithm, make sure we get some views.
Appreciate it, brother. If you can go on MySpace and watch it also for us.
Yeah, we're on MySpace and TikTok and Free Realms. We've got a little party in Free Realms.
AJ, did you play anything while you were there? If so, what'd you get to play?
So typically when I work at convention, I don't play as many games as I would hope to. Partly because you're at the hall from 9 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Before it opens, after it
Yep.
closes. By the time you go grab dinner, it's already 9 o'clock. Sometimes even later. So I played some small, like we played Tacta one night. We played.
So good.
We did play the new. I got it right here. Terrible Quest, the new all
Oh
playing
yeah,
little
yeah. It's
Oh, yeah.
fun.
Yep. we played
ripping the sheets thing. We played that. I was with Matt Warmbier and his kids,
Mhm.
and they picked up the Mistborn deck builder, and so I was like, yeah, I'll play that with you guys.
I was going to try to seek that one out at Origins, and I completely missed trying to find if anybody was playing it.
I'm
I've
guessing
heard
no.
such good stuff about it.
It's good.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
I really liked the take they did with the medals and stuff to
Yeah.
use your abilities and stuff. So it's a really good game.
Okay. Yeah.
The only other thing I really played though was I did play test some games for Genius Games with John Cavu, the owner, and so I got to see some of the stuff in their pipeline.
Nice.
So that
That's
was cool. Yep.
Really cool.
And then anything else before we talk a little more about you that you really enjoyed about Gen Con this year?
I always just enjoy catching up with friends and stuff. And I know both of you were not there, but just seeing people that I only get to see 2-3 times a year.
Yeah.
100%.
So just catching up with them and maybe grabbing a lunch or dinner with somebody. But then, just always being able in my situation to help with the Elf Creek company and just do what I can to help them sell their games and be a face for them and that convention front where because I've probably talked to more of their customers and stuff than anyone else in the company has. So
Yeah.
So just having that and then when people remember you too, that's always fun, right? People that aren't friends or whatever, but hey, I bought this game off you last year or at Origins and you're just oh, cool, just that little kind of connection there.
That connection, yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
just that kind of stuff always, kind of drives me to keep doing this and I enjoy it. I enjoy being in the booth and actually doing that kind of stuff. I know a lot of people don't. Some people would prefer to be demoing games or in the other room doing that kind of stuff, but I just like that interaction and so I always enjoy that and but again just hanging out with people after hours and staying up too late.
I mean, that's what these cons are all about, right? That's for sure.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite things of being able to do them and playing games way too late. And Gen Con is tough. And I remember a couple of years back talking to Grant at Origins and saying, hey, I'll see you at Gen Con. He said, nope, probably not. And, just that idea of you've got people that you could see a dozen times at Origins that you may not ever see them at Gen Con. You may not ever be in the same general space. Even the late night gaming is spread out among so many giant places that running into people is almost impossible. I think the thing I miss the most, and Rye, I think once you go, we definitely, you and I need to go one year, make sure we coordinate it up. But I think the thing that you're going to be the most oh my gosh, is the way they treat media there is amazing. These companies go all out, huge parties, big release events, their meeting spaces.
We get all the emails from AG, and we're always getting emails from all these companies and All Play, and I'm like, I can't be there, but thank you. They just, I really appreciate
the
that.
ops display is amazing every year. I kind of wish I'd asked somebody to get a picture of it because last year it was really cool, and I'm sure this year they did something cool with T-Witches, but they always do a cool setup. So those
after parties are always cool. I mean, it's unfortunate because you can't make them all, right? But they're becoming more popular, I feel, too, because I know Chip Theory did one, and AEG, like you said, and they do all these kind of
All Play does a huge one.
And then beyond that, Panda Manufacturing, right? They have a big night and all these different things. So it's always cool just to have that possibility.
Josh said he didn't play a game the whole con. That's what you get. That's what you get for having to sell all those hot games.
Well,
So-
they
true.
also left one night to go watch Critical Role live, so that's their.
Oh, okay. What's up, Heather?
That sucks up your evening. Yo.
Um,
So what was our final Gen Con question. What and it's Gen Con related, but what game are you most looking forward to that's coming out here in the second half of the year?
Sorry, just was reading that comment. Yep. The Fate of the Fellowship, actually, the new Lord of the Rings pandemic system one.
Yeah.
If you can't tell, I love Lord of the Rings.
There you go.
See.
And over here, all these. So I love the Lord of the Rings, and this game just has me excited for the way it uses the pandemic system and its unique take on it. Right, like you think pandemic, but it's the same idea, but fleshed out in a whole different way. So that's one I'm really excited about. I think they had limited copies at Gen Con. I just never got a way to go check it out. But that's one that I'm definitely going to pick up when it releases, and I'm excited to play that with the kids and whoever else wants to play. So,
yeah, that's cool. That looks really good. We got a chance to sit in the same room with the game at Origins, but didn't get to play it. And my daughter is a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so I'm wondering if that would be a hit for her. So, I would say 2 games that I'm really excited for as we go into the last half of this year. Tag Team. I know it was at Gen Con, but it's getting a full retail release in about 4 weeks. But Tag Team is so much my speed. Like the way that they described it at the Hachette booth during our media meetup, I was sitting there, I was like, yeah, I need this game. Like, and knowing that the team behind Sky Team were the designers, it just makes sense. It's really cool. And right now it's a little further away. Right now, Aaron and I and Josiah and I are actually, I'm going to get that. Hold on. Are enjoying.
I did pick up Tag Team.
Neon. You did.
I did pick it up. Yeah. So
right now, we are really enjoying Neon Rain. And so it's giving us that button mashing hangout arcade style fighter that we really love as a family. And then the second one is Yellow is supposed to be bringing popcorn to the US. I saw it in France, and because it was language dependent, I didn't buy it. And I kind of regret it, because Yellow's had some real issues over here in the US. And so I'm hoping it comes out before the end of the year. So
that's fair. I've been looking at a lot of, whether it's Gen Con, right, seeing what was coming. Like Ryan said, we got a ton of stuff previewed at Origins for what was coming for this year. I think the one I'm most excited about aesthetically is from Bezier, and it's the Game Makers. And it's the fact that it's all real board games being made is such a cool aspect of, like, and it looks like a kind of a meaty Euro. It doesn't look like a very light game at all. So I'm super excited about that. And then there's one that's coming out at Essen that I've kind of, like, I saw a picture and I saw the hook and I was like, oh, I need to know more about it. It's from Ludo Nova Games, so I'm kind of hoping maybe at PAX they'll have it. It's called Coming of Age. I don't know if you guys have seen this one. It's a dice management game where you start as a child and you gain skills as you have other people, either your parents or other adults. You go to learn things, and then those skills, each round you grow a year, and you're trying to build the skill set from a child into adolescence, into adulthood, to see what it is you're able to accomplish. It looks really cool. It has a ton of dice management, like lots of dice, which I love, not just D6s, but like tons of different dice. So it looked like a fun one. I'm looking forward to hearing a little more about that. It's called Coming of Age, so
that's cool.
Be keeping an eye out for that one.
Dude, how hot was Roth over at Gen Con? I've been hot on that game since Origins, and I share it with everybody. I've played it half a dozen times. I brought it to a board game cafe in Florida, and the owner of the board game cafe was like, "What is this?"
That's
And
amazing.
so, yeah,
I
it's
love
so
it.
good.
Yeah, it's a great game. We have it, and yeah,
Yeah,
Rolf is
it's so
awesome.
good. So eventually, I'm going to get to my review of it. I want to do a video review. So, Lightning Train, Josh just brought up. I've seen it. I've seen the cover multiple times.
Mm,
Do you guys know anything about Lightning Train?
nothing.
I hadn't heard anything until literally like 2 days before I left.
Okay.
I think I saw Ryan Schoon post something about it,
Yeah.
and I was like, never heard of this game. I looked at it, and kind of the same thing with Josh says there is like I wanted to go check it out. I never got around to it.
Mhm.
I'll take a look, on BGG or something and see what it's all about, but I don't know much about what it actually is.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, a little bit about you. You mentioned your connection, AJ, when it comes to Genius Games and Elf Creek, right? And their merger into one. But kind of like, how did you get into board games? Talk a little bit about what you do IRL outside of board games, and kind of how we ended up saying, hey, this guy can tell us some things about Gen Con.
Sure. So as far as the board game comes, like getting into it and stuff, I played board games growing up, right, with my dad and like Risk. Why am I blanking on the name? The Stratego, things like that. That eventually evolved into Ticket to Ride, Carcassonne, games like that, Settlers. So like we've always played them, but when I was in college, actually right after college, my wife and we went to Europe for 3 weeks, and the first time I actually at least recognized a full-on board game store. So I probably had passed them, and just never had an eye out for them. I was like, let's go check this store out. I remember walking in and just being like, wait, what? Like, there is this much out there?
Mhm.
So that really kind of piqued my interest. And since then, I probably have spent way too much money and, played too many games. But, like, I wouldn't go back and change that, because now it's like, every gathering, I make sure to bring a few games, whether they're small card games or, hey, the new hot thing I just got from Gen Con, right?
Mhm.
And so, like, my family all loves board games now. My wife's family knows me as, like, the guy that's going to bring games now. So, and then I started continue that. I'm a teacher. So I teach 7th and 8th grade science and math. And I started a board game club at my school. So, like, just trying to introduce that to, some of these other kids that might not have that same exposure.
Right.
So just a way for me to introduce these games, and, like little all play games, man, these are perfect in a classroom, like Mountain Goats. Kids love that because it's so simple. You just roll some dice, move those goats on the mountain, and you score your points.
Well, llama.
Flip 7 has been huge in my classroom. We got 10 minutes at the end of the class. I'm like, all right, you guys can play a game, whatever. They go get Flip 7. So just the fact that, like, I'm kind of even, influencing these kids in that way, like, it's
super
fun.
Cool.
Yeah, it's been really cool. I guess, again, I'll backtrack a little bit. So I'm a teacher, though. I've been teaching for 11 years. I've done kindergarten, 4th grade, and 7th and 8th grade science and math. So I've kind of hit the spectrum, so to speak, as far as what you can possibly
do. Everything. Yep.
I don't really want to teach high school, though, so I'm going to cut it here. So I've been teaching. This will be my 12th year I'm going into. I coach our middle school baseball and basketball teams. Been doing that for, I think, 9 years now. So just very involved with, the community. And I'm a small little town, so kind of feels like sometimes you're a local celebrity. You just go on a walk and, hey, Mr. Nowaczyk, So, so just that's kind of what I do in my day-to-day life. I got my wife, Katrina. We've got 4 kids. We're in the process of adopting our youngest. We've done foster care for 10 years. So kids are a big part of our kind of like what we feel like our calling, what we're here for. So
Yeah, that's
So, yeah,
awesome.
so that's a little bit about me, I guess, in a nutshell. And yeah,
It's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we've gotten to kind of know you, for me personally, kind of through the connections of Derek and Simon, because they're local guys
Yep.
for you, and it's one of the things we talk about all the time. And you mentioned earlier is I enjoy going to these conventions and seeing it's like nerd camp, right? And seeing our
Right.
friends a couple of times a year and having these great relationships, and even the relationships our kids have around each other. Like my son really values his relationship with
Yeah.
you, with Derek, with Bob, right? And so like those are so important to me. And even this year, as you and Derek brought your
Yeah.
sons, you kind of got to experience, and they got to experience what that looked like. And I know my son always talks about just the cool seeing adults that love him and are respectful to him and care about him, and seeing the friendship groups we have as adults gives him hope that like, oh, you can have these awesome relationships when you get older. So
That was
I think our kids pick up
that
on
was one of the big highlights for Origins, actually, because I brought Spencer with me. We were in the Beano tournament, and Spencer played against Matt Felici, and he told Matt, he goes, "I hope when I grow up, I have friends like my dad has." And I was like, "All right, like that was cool.
So
Like
cool.
that was cool." So
yeah,
that's cool.
That's awesome.
My son will every once in a while be like, "You and so are so cool hanging out together." And I'm like, "Oh, neat." Well, we told the kids years ago, we were like, "Listen, there comes this point in time where your kids and you kind of your network of friends are the people that you go to school with, the people that you go to church with. They're just your friends. That's it. That's how you know them. When you get older, as you get out of college, that doesn't exist any longer. Like work doesn't mean you're friends, and a lot of times it means that you're not going to be friends. I literally worked with a person who said, "I will never be a friend to you until I quit this job." I was like, wow, that sucks, So, but it's hard making friends as adults, but thankfully this hobby has pulled us together.
Got to have those games, Kelly.
Check out Kelly. Yeah, Kelly's comment. I think we've all been in that situation. It's like, forgot the games. I took somebody else's car. Sorry, and then
go home.
Go home. But it's an hour. What? No, just go home and we'll wait.
That's awesome. Yeah, we got one of the.
Sarah said it was great seeing Gen Con.
Yeah, so
AJ.
Will and Sarah were
Con.
basically who invited me on Genius's behalf. So, hi, Sarah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I love the Meadows. Love Tantrum Con, one of my favorite cons also of the year. So
absolutely,
I need to get back. I need to get back. I went to 1 year with
2026, buddy.
That was awesome.
Next year,
we'll be there.
Yep.
Isaac, you'll be there.
Yep.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yep. So my wife and Isaac's wife, Susan, they got to hang out at Tantrum Con, and now they're friends, and they text and they like talk
and plan this trip that you're coming up.
Yeah, and now we're going to go travel to see them. So it's pretty cool.
That's cool.
So
hey, what part are we up to now, right? What is this section?
Game Chat.
The Game Chat presents Pick 5. There's
five.
A picture for this, AJ, every week. There's always a picture. Hold up. Let me share this. Share a screen. It's AI generated.
Perfect. Even better.
This one is?
No, I should do one.
Yeah.
AI generated. I have it.
An AI generated
how
one.
awful would that be?
There's enough material. We got 82 shows.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, why is it not? Did you disable me sharing pictures on here?
No. You're allowed to share.
I'm going to share screen.
Are you not sharing?
Why don't you talk about what the Pick 5 is?
Pick 5. This list of games that we're going to pick, these aren't always the top games or the greatest games or whatever, but these are games that we would suggest and we have enjoyed. And so, so much.
What is happening?
What is
Pick 5?
I hope both teams lose. I like that. I love that shirt. Yep. I remember that. And That's right. I remember that shirt because I thought it was about the election because it was like the week up.
Maybe it
So
was.
Maybe it was.
Um,
Yeah, there's a
it
picture
was.
of me, you, and AJ down there in the bottom right.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yep.
Right.
And
Flawless.
I don't
Flawless execution.
I don't know what's going on with the whipped cream picture.
What's happening with AJ?
Yeah.
That was a pie in the face at school,
Mm.
Wow.
and
That's
then
good.
a mohawk apparently.
Yeah.
Well, at least I'm not the only one that got
Pick five. Pick five.
Pick five. So our pick five this week is pick 5 games that you have enjoyed that released this year. So this is not necessarily our top 5 games or things that you're going to see in our top 10, but 5 games that were released in 2025 that we're halfway through the year. We're like, wow, these are really good releases. So we're going to start with you, AJ.
Yeah, so I think this technically counts, but Bomb Busters, it may have came out last year, but
Yeah.
this game is
In the U.S., it
Okay,
came out
okay.
this year, I believe.
this game is awesome. Just the whole idea of trying to defuse these bombs as a team without having any idea where the wires, speaking so are at on every player's board. I mean, it's just a cool cooperative game, and it works perfect with like my family. So like my 10 and 11-year-old, they love playing it with my wife and I, and sit the 4 of us
That's
down
cool.
and just try to defuse some bombs. And then I know it got some popularity recently with the award season and stuff. So, but yeah, Bomb Busters is a really, really good game.
We saw that all over France. It is huge over there. Like every game shop has that like in their window, and so I didn't know about it until going to France and being like, "What?"
Then the spiel.
Yeah. Card game that surprised us a lot. 3-2-1 Countdown. I saw this is a Grandpa Beck's release. Got this at Origins. This one is a really simple, straightforward shedding game. It is probably the card game that has gotten the most play since Origins. It's just such an easy play. I've taught older people. I've taught younger people. We get a group of people. It supports up to 8 players. It is a really solid card shedding game, and it surprised me this year. It wasn't on my radar at all. And once we got to sit down and play, I was like, I like that a lot.
Thoroughly enjoy that one. Something I've been getting a bunch of play of now that I have it, that I learned at Tantrum Con and got a copy from AJ but didn't get it delivered to Origins, and that's fishing. So we taught this to some people this weekend. So fun, simple, easy. I kind of am at my fill of trick takers. I think we've got plenty out there. This one feels different. Not that the gameplay is different, but just that wax and wane of when do I slough, when do I not. And I love that. I love that every game feels different when I play this.
It does. Yeah.
Oh, great. Labubu chat has entered the chat.
Labubu chat. What is happening? What is happening in the chat? So,
Jeez.
All right, let's
Number 2.
Underail us.
Another game.
Go for
It's
it.
back to me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, Hot Streak. Hot Streak is just silly fun. I had this one with me at Origins, and there we go. Sat down, and it brings laughs, it brings fun. I brought it to my parents' house.
It's so good.
What are we doing? And it's like, it doesn't matter what we're doing. We're gonna have fun,
Yeah.
I mean,
Don't ask
mascot
questions.
racing, right? You can't go wrong with mascot racing. So
No, not at all.
I
That's
do
really
love
cool.
that Chad upgraded his version with the little Homer, though, the Homer Simpson. So that's good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he put the Homer dressed up as a mascot in his.
Oh, nice. The
Yes,
isotopes. The isotopes Homer. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I have not played it.
You haven't played it yet?
So, no, I haven't, because I was busy winning the
We'll get
bingo
it.
tournament when you guys were playing.
When you come here for sure, playing that.
You guys start being winners. You won't have to play games like that. No loose ends. No loose ends. Trick Taker, that really surprised me. I really like the flow of the game. I really like that everybody is a criminal, and you're trying to bid using the cards in your hand. And then the snitch factor in this one, being the snitch and causing everybody else to double their negative points. Ooh, I've only done it twice, but man, it is so satisfying. No loose ends. Great game from Gamehead. It's going to be a review for us in the next
And
couple
that's
of days.
designer's Paul, right?
Uh,
Is that one? Is that
Designer's
Paul's company?
No, designer is
Is that Paul's company though?
yes.
Is that okay? So that's
Paul's
Paul's company.
company,
So hot.
Teaki
Okay.
Senzoa.
Yeah, hot stuff coming from over there. I think we're gonna see a big presence from that group real fast.
Yeah, Gamehead has some really solid releases. So.
They had play mats for all their games at Gen Con.
Ooh.
So I picked up the Trinket Trove one.
That's nice.
Trinket Trove, I wish I had.
But Paul and Gamehead, they got some good stuff coming. So
yeah, good stuff.
I picked this up at Barnes and Noble the other day because I keep seeing it on Instagram, and I was like, I gotta play this. It's a summer game, Barbecubes.
My copy's sitting
How
right
fun.
over there.
What a silly little dexterity
Really
game.
good.
If you're not
good.
hand steady, you will suck at this game. Similar to Rafter 5, it's a small box dexterity game. You got to be close to the table to play this one, but everything you need is in here. And I love that the little meats and barbecue things are all like 3D or 8-bit kind of design.
Nice.
So
yeah,
it's great. It's fun.
And check it. Now you know that you can put those on their ends.
Yeah, stand them up.
Yes. Yeah, stand them
but
up.
Now if you got to go on two.
Somebody asked the question.
But now if you got to cover two rails.
That's true. Somebody asked the question, can I stand it on its end? I was like, let's check. Sure enough, yep. Oh, man.
Good stuff.
So, Jason's got a top 5. He's got his 5. Finspan, Everdale Duo. Everdale Duo is good. Yeah. Don't sleep on that. Fishing, Azul Duel, and Hot Streak.
Those are solid.
All right, got some.
You play a lot of Finspan, right, Isaac?
Oh yeah, I love Finspan. Absolutely love it.
Erin played it one time. She really liked it. I have not played it either.
So I love it. Trinket Trove there. Bob's got it. Yep. It will easily be in my top 10, like no question that will happen.
Yep. Bob said, where was that weird dexterity ship game we played at Origins, Isaac? Oh, are you talking about, is this the one from, no, are you talking about RyanCon?
Dexterity.
At my birthday,
ship
at
game.
There's a ship game, there's a ship dexterity game that Joe Chambers brought to my birthday party.
So maybe that's what he's thinking of.
It is wild. It's from Japan.
Oh, there you go.
No, it was from Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah, Chambers always good for weird stuff.
That was really fun.
Number 3, AJ.
RyanCon and Origins constantly get mixed up.
So my next one, believe it or not, I actually just picked up at Gen Con, and we've played it a lot already. It's just a fun brick like this.
Oh yeah.
So Lego party game. So you you have you're just competing to kind of make these shapes with Lego bricks and score points, and the kids love it. It's simple.
Yeah. There was a game like that. My aunt bought it for the kids for Christmas one year. It was a bigger box version of that, but it had all these compartments with different Legos, and it was like everybody got a card, and you had to make that as quickly.
I have that one too. Yeah, like Korean City or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
this is actually Lego branded.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yep. This is technically, I think, the next in their line. They had that Monkey Palace one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have that too. So I really like what Lego has done so far with their board games.
I feel like they're expanding on what my son had the Minotaur
I remember that one.
puzzle game. Yeah, that was a really good one. Some of them were hit or miss with that series, but I feel like Lego could really do some good stuff now in the game space. So. This one, huge surprise for me, is solo game
Mhm.
Conservice. This one's from 25th Century Games. You can find it Salt and Pepper Games in other countries. Conservice is a solo game that I will play over and over and over. You're running a fishing operation, canning fish, and trying to end up with a certain amount of money, but also conserve what you do in the ocean and make sure that you don't overfish the ocean. It is
It's a
super
really
good.
good design. I have it too. It's I
Yeah, it's
I
shocked
really
me.
enjoy
I
it.
like.
Yep.
Thanks, Kelly. Thanks for
So,
watching. Yeah, we'll
thank you, Kelly.
yep.
Have a good one.
Yeah, we have that review copy of that, and Hank's actually working on that locally for us. Doing a review
It's so
of that.
good.
Number 3 for me, I'm gonna go with a game we've already mentioned. One you said you played at Gen Con this year,
Yep.
Tacta. The second hit from the op here in the last year of card games,
Huge
right?
hit.
Like you give me Flip 7 and Tacta, tell me those are the only 2 games I can take with me. I'm a happy man. Those are gonna be great games. So
Yes.
love it.
Derek sent me a copy for my classroom, so I got one that when we get back.
That's perfect. So good.
Dude, team play with that game is wild. We've played 4 against 4, and then we've played you could actually break it down further where you do 3, so you could actually do 9
Wow.
people if you do, because you break down the cards.
Oh,
There's
sure,
18
sure.
cards, and you divide it by sets, divide it by
Crazy.
it's so good. So Bob with
No, he's
Lagoon.
he's still just talking about Labubu.
Labubu Lego crossover.
Lego Labubu
Gross.
crossover.
That's what
he
Bob wants. Bob,
That's what
maybe
the
you'll get
kids
it
are talking
someday.
about. One day.
All right. So my next 2 are maybe a little different. One of them is a trading card game, Bo Jackson Battle Arena. So this
That's an interesting one.
it's weird. It's not. I wouldn't say it's like the best game I've ever played by any means.
Okay.
But it's just fun. Like Spencer and I just sit
Okay.
and we can just battle with these crazy characters
Sports stars.
and but funny story. So I got this starter set and I was like, I'll check it out. I went into my card store and they had some cards. So I bought a few packs and I ripped a 1 of 50 autographed Dan Marino. Yeah.
What?
And so they
First of all, why is Dan Marino?
There's some
in
big
there?
names in this
There's
game.
big names. Ken Griffey Jr. is
That's
the
crazy.
cover
I saw
for the
that.
next one.
I saw that.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
wild.
whether it's going to actually blow up into something or fizzle
Yeah.
out, but it's
Yeah.
a weird, fun little card battle.
So let me ask you this: the first iteration of that game was hot AI garbage, and so have they signed some artists and actually like brought?
I mean,
it up
I
to
think the art's
par?
pretty solid.
The-
Like it's
Okay.
yeah. There's number. Yeah, Bob. That's what he pulled. He pulled that 1 of 50.
Yeah.
Marino. Yeah, they're gonna capture the sports market. It
Yeah,
kind of like that
100%.
Monopoly Panini basketball game
Yeah.
that they had. Kind of like there was a game called NFL 5 or something a few years back.
Yeah.
There's if they can make rarity and it's football stuff that people get excited about. Yeah,
You see,
absolutely.
what is it? NFL
Oh, yeah.
Uno?
Rarity in the
got
cards
Yep.
there too. Yep.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, and
crazy.
they had the National Card Convention was the same weekend this past
Yep.
weekend. They had a
Yep.
huge presence there. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see. Huton, this one's from the op. I love this game. I think one of the things that makes a game super replayable is giving you something to chase when you dive back into
Yep.
the game. Not only is this really replayable because the boards can be set up differently and adjusted for difficulty, but also you've got a whole nother set of 5 objective cards that you can throw in and a achievements that you can chase. So I've actually Sidekick Games does a great job of putting achievements in the back of the book. They did this with Aqua,
Yeah.
and I'm coming back to Huton over and over just because it's great design and I love the achievement factor.
It's awesome. Number 4 for me is sequel to one of my favorite party games. Second favorite party game after Green Team wins, and that's Blob Party Neon Nights. I'm sorry. This is the new Blob Party. Essentially,
what's the release date on that one?
They had it at Origins, so I think it might
Origins,
be.
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't even know.
They're selling it there.
Oh,
so 100 new words and 25 new categories, and then you combine them together for 16 total if you want to. But the words and the categories in here are weird. Like they're weirder than the original. So it was we had some fun fun interactions with that. But I mean, Pam Wall's my favorite designers. Super excited whenever she gets a party game out, and this is the newest of new there. There's Jimmy Hudson, always with the
Jimmy,
big Gen Con crowd out there.
He stopped by the booth. I got to say hi and get a hug with Jimmy. So
was he dressed as Mario again this year?
No, he was not. He was not. At least not at that time.
Disappointing.
No, unless I
don't put Bob's prep. Don't put Bob's. Nope, you did it anyway.
All right. Well,
last one, number 5.
So the last one is a completely new genre for me this year. I have never delved into tabletop RPGs, but Daggerheart. So Daggerheart came out from like the Critical Role guys, and I took a chance on it. I got the deluxe edition, and we've been playing. It's my myself, 2 of my brothers, and my sister. We've started a campaign. We're actually playing this coming Saturday. We're gonna dive back in, and super cool. So yeah, I've had a ton of fun learning it and playing it, and it's just one of those that I never was into Dungeons and Dragons or other RPGs like that. This one just seemed much more accessible and able to jump in without all that crazy stuff going on. So Daggerheart though, a lot of fun.
That's cool. That's really cool. I got into, and it's something that I think we try to do it annually. We try to play either Kids on Bikes or Monster of the Week around Halloween every year. I don't play a lot of RPGs, but that is my favorite. Nice. Like the Monster of the Week, the horror genre, supernatural stuff. I'm down with that. So that's really cool. So this one, this is Toy Battle. Toy Battle is shockingly good. Strategic, fun, easy to teach. I taught somebody the other night. I said, we were waiting on another player, 15 minutes. He said, what do we have for 15 minutes? I said, Toy Battle. I taught him and we were done in 17 minutes. It is such a fun game. Aaron and I are doing an 8-part series on our YouTube channel where Aaron and I are playing through each of the maps in Toy Battle. And it's been so much fun. It's just,
I hope she beats you every time.
Spoiler, you need to watch week 2.
You played solo?
It's spicy.
Oh.
No, she anyway, week 2 this Thursday night. So
my last one, when I thought about like what have I been obsessing with and playing, Ethan has kind of upticked a little bit into wanting to just look at and play, and I love it because it's kitchen table, and I've been playing it almost my entire life, and that's Magic the Gathering and Final Fantasy. Suck you back in. I bought all the commander decks and the Spider-Man set coming this fall. Yeah. Good luck, Wallet. Yeah. I am geeked for Spider-Man. And the thing is, I can play this kitchen table. I don't need the big expensive cards. Completely fine with having none of them. But I love that they're in there, because when I buy a box, I usually can sell enough out of the box to pay for the box, and then you just keep that cycle running, right? And so I've been playing Magic probably since I was 14. I mean, I'm like over 20 years over 30 years of playing Magic. Yeah,
I was about to say, how old are you,
just 30 this year. Yeah, over 30 years of playing Magic, and I love it as much as
you said. 20. I was like, who hasn't?
I love it as much as I did the first time I picked it up in high school. Like it's timeless to me. Are there other TCGs that have done some things better? Sure, but there's a reason that game
Yeah,
sticks around.
Yeah, absolutely. And they have such a
Oh,
following. It's
100%.
ridiculous the amount of sets
100%.
that come out. And I got out when I was about 22, and that was
Too
I
bad
was
you don't
done.
have those
And
cards
I haven't
still.
looked back. I do.
Do you really?
I do. I do. I have a box. I have a box in my closet of 4th edition Ice
You might be
Age.
sitting on some big money there,
Um,
sir.
what happened after Ice Age? Arabian
Arabian was
Nights.
before Ice Age, but like the Ursa stuff
Yeah.
came out around there.
Yep, I had that.
There's some
Yep,
there's
I
some
have all
big
that
cards in
stuff.
there, sir.
So, yeah, so I might need to.
Yeah, we're sold
So,
now. We can.
Yeah,
Dude.
we can forget.
Yeah, I'm like 1990. That was
And
like
we just
10
go-
years ago, right? Like,
Yeah, 10 years ago. It's fun. Yep.
Jimmy.
So, jeez, AJ doesn't know about
I'm
that.
getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting there. Okay, we always finish up with where can people find? Well, no, what have
Yeah,
we
what-
been playing?
We just talked about what
where
we've
can
been playing.
people
That's
find-
why I skipped it this time.
Oh,
Does that make
okay,
sense?
yeah. Where can people find you?
Right
AJ?
here in my kit. No. I mean, I'm on
conventions with Genius
conventions.
Games.
My
Good
grade
convention.
school right down the road. If you really, I wouldn't recommend that.
Visit his school.
We probably
No.
won't let you in.
No.
Facebook and the board game groups, right?
Yep. So
absolutely.
I'm
Find him on a board
pretty
game group.
social on Facebook in particular with all the different board game groups and
Cool.
a little bit of the other ones, the other social media stuff. But Facebook's kind of my one I stick to the
It's
most.
easy. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can find us One Board Family all over the place, oneboardfamily.com, where we post all our written stuff, video series and stuff on our YouTube channel. TikTok, where I actually have like a board game like add-on for our game room, actually right over there. You can check on our TikTok. It's over there. I found a really cool buy at Aldi, and
Saw that. That was really neat.
yeah, follow us all over. It's a neat little thing. So, and then follow us for our Toy Battle series Thursday nights, 7 p.m. It's going live on Facebook and YouTube. So follow us.
Awesome. Yeah, we're at all of the Game of Sidekicks @, TikTok, Instagram, X, Facebook, MySpace, ICQ. We're everywhere. We've got some new reviews coming out. I've kind of had a quieter summer, but as we kick the game chat back up, I'll be doing a little more content with that as well. So keep an eye.
That's awesome. And if you're in the Atlanta area, September 13th, One Board Day 2025. It's a one-day convention, $10. You got a family? Bring the whole family. We got a huge discount. You can come with a family of 5 for $30.
Amazing.
And so come hang out with us. Full day of gaming. We've got a library of 200 to 300 board games. We've got a bingo tournament. We're looking at doing a couple other tournaments that we're going to announce very soon. If you want to volunteer with us, Love Thy Nerd is going to be supporting us this year with some volunteers. So, yeah, One Board Day. There you go, LTN. Come hang out with us, Atlanta, September 13th. Go to oneboardfamily.com/1-.
This is at Rick's house?
Rick's house, yeah. Wow. Yep. We're just going to be in his backyard. No, I'm just playing. No, it's we've been grateful. There's a church up in the Avondale Estates that actually is allowing us to use their facilities for free and do this for the community. And so we're grateful.
That's awesome.
For that. So, yep. All right. Cool. You guys have a wonderful
day. Thanks, AJ. Yep. Thanks for coming.
Yep.
Thanks. Bye.